some things came up and some things cleared up. Or the important thing is back to work, baby.
Hello.
What's up?
Yo.
Let me just check if volumes are all right. Yeah, I think we're great. Golden dive, brother.
Cool, cool. All right. Sculpting another character from that anime that I still haven't read.
Well, I finished detailing the hind foot. I haven't finished detailing the hind foot. But I'm working my way. I'm just trying to pick this character up again.
Fair. Yeah.
How you doing, man?
You caught me at a great time. I was doing some chores, just finished. I just sat down in my bed.
Let's
So,
go. Great.
yeah. Um,
Talk about anything you want.
let's see. Huh. I have nothing. I don't know. I can't think of anything. Let's see. I've just been doing the same stuff every time. Like I probably I probably don't have anything that I could share that's different. Like, same old stuff. Do chores. Watch cartoons while I do said chores.
Okay. I mean, that's not a bad thing to talk about.
Yes, because nothing like people listening to people do chores.
Yeah,
You know,
but
so relatable.
yeah, it's not bad, but it's hard to make it interesting.
That's fair. That is fair. I mean, what chore is probably you hate the most? Probably something that you completely hate.
I don't think I hate anything. Just think it's all necessary. But
Is
it
all
would be
necessary, but
nice if I don't do it.
yeah, exactly. But what chore is
I don't
that
have
for
an
you?
ultimate one.
I mean, comparatively, I mean, of course, like I have to do these chores. Of course, it's what you need to live with yourself and stuff. But among these chores, if you had somebody to do one chore instead of you doing it, what would it be?
I would
Like you're gonna.
say living my life. I would,
That's a chore. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Living life is a chore.
I would like to just sit in front of my computer while someone lives my life for me.
Is that kind of like the Matrix?
No idea. I
Oh,
haven't
you haven't
seen.
watched Matrix.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
That is
I haven't
such a
seen anything.
cultural phenomenon for our history. Pop culture phenomenon. It's been
Oh,
referenced so many times. It shifts
is it because
fashion
it's
trends.
good? Or
It is. It
okay.
tackled a lot of things that was completely different from the time. Especially it's coming from, I think the time a disco was a thing. So it's like I think it's the same kind of thing, but it's against the higher power and rigidness and stuff, I guess. But it's still a good movie. you could really see it's fine. You know, it's compared to the special effects today and stuff. Doesn't really hold up that much,
Yeah, but it
but you get
big
the
of
point.
feet. Yeah, it's a feat
Yeah,
of CG. I've
it is
seen.
still
Yeah, I've seen some of the effects. It's for the time they were made, they were state of the art.
yeah, and it's even still mentioned today. It's always referenced in film, in shows,
Yeah, I can
even the
tell.
terminologies like, "Oh, I'm red pill." That's from Matrix.
Yeah. I see. But it's
Yeah,
so
it's
hard.
definitely
It's just so hard to get penetrated, I guess.
yeah.
I haven't
I
had the reason to watch it ultimately.
yeah
If I could just understand the references, you get what I mean?
yeah. There is that kind of phenomenon where you've seen enough references that you kind of get what's happening, and you don't even want to go there because you already
Yeah,
kind of get it, or you're tired of it. There's there's probably a list somewhere that, hey, you should watch these sets of media for you to get all of the current references of culture today. And yeah, there's probably somewhere that, yeah, an argument where you have to watch those, but you don't really have to. Like, everybody knows the Dragon Ball Super Saiyan kind of thing, even if they haven't watched Dragon Ball at all.
yeah.
And they're already
Every,
tired of Dragon Ball because of it, you know?
everyone knows how to shout when going for a Saiyan,
Uh,
but they
yeah,
don't know what's a Saiyan.
yes. Is this some newfangled thing from a foreign nation? I haven't heard of this. What's a Saiyan? I just know screaming. Like, you know.
Those my youngins used to watch on the TV.
And especially with meme culture. I mean, memes, you know, I guess memes are technically a thing even way back then. But now with the internet, there's so many memes and so many things are being references even outside of their community. Like, we could make a we could make a Steven Universe meme, and then we could spread that thing. If it's really good, it could spread into different circles that never even seen Steven Universe or would never even watch it. You know, people that don't really know Drake knows the Drake meme. You know,
I know the Drake meme. I don't know Drake.
okay, that's just kind of
It's
weird because you know, I'm pretty sure people know Drake. Probably not my dad, but you know.
maybe I'm your dad. Revelations. Yeah, it's just so
Or
intercultured.
yeah, let's say something Star Wars. I never watched Star Wars, but we get the meme of "I am your father" and stuff. You know,
Yeah,
I have the high ground, Anakin. Yeah,
it's like integrated to the psyche.
yeah.
People
It's a
today.
part.
Yeah.
It the ideas of the show goes outside of its own medium, and it's so fun to see people reference things that they haven't even seen at all.
Yeah.
It shows the power of the media.
Not just off the media, but like the media in general. It
Yeah,
ha-
true.
it holds so much influence on our
Oh
thoughts that
yes.
we don't even realize how the extent of it.
Oh god, fashion. Fashion is so influenced by movies. I
I
mean,
haven't
the
drawn that
Barbie movie.
conclusion, but you
The
can.
Barbie movie. Everyone's wearing pink. Yeah, that's a
I
joke.
guess.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Before when Grease, you know the Grease, right? Greasers.
The
Grease,
film,
the movie or the film, and you know I guess the play. But yeah, Grease.
John
When
Travolta.
that, yes, when that
Okay.
came into the cinema, every guy wanted to be that guy wearing slick hairbacks and those
Leather
jackets.
jackets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it made fashion. I mean, the fashion and everybody wore that. And before that was, I think that was before or after that was the disco era. I forgot the movie's name, but it showed the life of a disco person trying to step out of the boringness of life and going into a disco a disco place to let it all out, to be wild and free. And people resonated with that, and they wanted to wear those kind of disco shirts where they wear long pants with the openness in the bottom. Anyway,
Apple bottoms.
yeah. So we get movies and other medias do influence things like fashion, things like probably other things too, like the mind state of people. Like,
Definitely. Yeah, I agree.
yeah, watching this movie. Hey, yeah, let's question the man. I think was it Matrix that made people do that? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure there's other movies that made people question government and stuff, but it does influence a lot of people. It holds a lot of power.
Yeah, I think it was the Matrix. It holds a lot of anarchic arguments. No, not really anarchic, but like skeptic.
Yeah. And now we have crazy conspiracies.
Yeah.
Could be true, could be not true.
Wouldn't say they're bad, wouldn't say they're good.
Some are probably bad, some are probably good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to get too political, but
That's one way to be. That's one tell a person's going to be so political.
I know, like, I don't want to be racist, but suddenly puts the most racist thing ever.
Yeah.
When you say something, but no, I mean, to be honest, I don't get the Western culture of everything being political. Like, for me, it's just probably you too. You're not American. You're not in the Western. Don't you think it's kind of more American, right?
I think everything is political.
Technically, yes, but
But it doesn't have to be. Yeah. But it doesn't have to be about politics.
Yeah, it's not about the specific politics. I think that's what they're trying to say. It's like, if you, I guess, let's give it up. Like, if you take the vaccine, what was the thing that that separates people from the right and left? Do you have an example? Something that's obviously not. I guess taking the vaccine. There are arguments to make that you don't want to take the vaccine. I guess people are just skeptic of how fast this vaccine was made. Is it really effective? That's a common, I guess, a good argument to say that you're not gonna take the vaccine right now. That's fair. If you're
right now?
to do it, no, not right now. Right now, at the time.
At the time
of it popping out, yeah.
At the time of like the controversy.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's fine to say the Rona, but let's not say it. But
No, say it.
Came out,
it's fine. I can strangle YouTube.
So like, damn. When Rona came out, it was like, again, it was not really sudden, but it was fast enough that people came at it like completely unguarded. I think when it came out, we thought it was just a normal sickness that'll fade away after a week, but it didn't. And then a lot of people started making vaccines, and then of course some people will be skeptical, like, oh, why how did they make the vaccine so fast? Am I gonna die from it? Is there some failures from it? Let's let other people test it first before we start doing it. That's fine. That's a reasonable take. And of course, they still follow the guidelines.
Yeah. I agree.
Of medical people saying, hey, if you're not gonna take the vaccine, do these safety precautions as well, so you won't affect people and yourself. Yeah, but there's some people that take a logical science approach to this and then make it political. It's a worldwide thing. It's not just your political stance here. It's the world. It's backed by science. That's not political. I mean, not in that way. Right?
Yeah, it's not ushering like a political.
Yeah, it's not pushing like a
political opinion.
edge.
Yeah.
I think that's just one weird thing that when I hear Americans talk, like they say a single topic and then automatically it's one opinion from a political statement and another political statement. Like, does it have to be political?
True.
Like, it feels weird. I just wanted to say that. It's like
It,
as someone that's not from America, it just feels weird. One statement happens and it automatically, oh, you're from right. Oh, you're such a right wing. Oh, such a left wing. It's just weird.
it's such a right-wing thing to say.
Of course.
What?
Well, I'm such a right wing person, man. Yeah.
Uh-oh. You made a mistake.
Oh no. But yeah, I think that's the Matrix thing. Yeah. Fighting people, fighting the man, I guess, technically.
The invisible hand.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some bad conspiracies, good conspiracies. Like, some good conspiracies. Bigfoot. Believing Bigfoot or not believing in Bigfoot doesn't really change anyone's lives. Not really, right? You just believe there's a hairy gorilla in the forest.
Because it's real.
Yeah, because it's real. That's a fun conspiracy thing. I think more conspiracies, like, I guess, like, when it involves other people, like vaccines and stuff, it's just weird. That's just horrible. It affects other people's lives.
Yeah. Especially if it's life-altering.
Yeah.
Like the... I don't know about the... Yeah, I don't want to get political, but...
But...
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there.
Okay, sure.
Doesn't hold much value.
Yeah. If no one comes, come at me. Don't blame streamer. It's like my take. I just don't get it. To be honest,
Blame me.
I'm just a dumb.
I'm gonna fight you, nigga. I'm gonna fight you, nice person.
Yeah. Nah. 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 I'll take the blame. I started it.
Nah. You're in my house.
You're under my roof.
No one
It's both
fucking.
of our houses. It's both of our...
Under my house. My rules. I don't know the joke.
Same. I don't know. It's just sometimes, you know, I read books sometimes. Rarely.
Damn, that's a mad flex.
Mad flex, man. I read one book. Nah, I read sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes I want to be, at least I want to feel sophisticated. But I read a comedy book. Yeah. I read the part about setups, but I kind of gave up. So yeah.
You didn't
it's so
set it up.
bad. It's so bad.
The book
That's
or
how
the?
far I got. Yeah. Yeah. It's
That's
so
a good
bad.
setup.
Yeah.
Any? Let's change topics. Any media that you're looking forward to?
Any what?
Media.
Media.
Yeah, this year or the next.
Oh, you're not really gonna get into this one, but there is one thing that I'm really excited for. But I think it's just me and my sister that I know of it's gonna be excited about it. It's Haikyuu, the movie. Even though I'm gonna hate it a bit, but I'm waiting for that.
I've grown out of it. The Haikyuu.
Really? I keep rereading the manga whenever I feel.
The art is really good, yeah.
I just read the matches. So the interactions of the people there, really fun. And that's just me. I like it. I like the themes a bit. Like, I'm pretty sure you know the themes a bit, and I just really enjoy it. How they build the themes up with characters. though they do repeat the themes in different characters as well, in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hyped for that because they're gonna try and fit 100 and plus chapters with
In
like
one
4
movie.
arcs in 2 movies. So
Oh, 2 movies. I guess that's manageable. I just hope they
Really?
don't fuck it up.
100 plus chapters where like 2 of them, actually just one, is heavily wordy because I'm pretty sure you don't care. But spoilers a bit for people if you guys care or watch it. But the next the next match is when Nekoma and Karasuno. So Nekoma is a very
Nikoma is the guy with the blonde setter with a
yes, the femboy setter. Love him. Kenma.
and the ace that like spikes really good.
Nope. That's a different team.
Oh, that's a different team.
Yeah, they don't have a really specific ace. Their ace is the. It's fine. I don't have to explain. It's hard to explain outside without showing pictures. But yeah. So this team is very
Okay.
defensive, and Kenma is a very, a stereotypical smart anime boy where he thinks of everything, makes tactics, and stuff. And I think the best part about I always reread this fight, this Nekoma and the Battle of the Garbage Shop. I always reread this fight because it's always the way Kedma thinks and explains what's happening, and the whole progress of the match is so good, so good. But yeah, it's a bit wordy,
Mm.
I guess.
A lot of inner
It's gonna be
monologues.
wordy. Yeah, it's gonna be wordy in the anime. In manga, it's fine. But I'm pretty sure if you do an anime, they're gonna cut words and explanations, probably.
Yeah, for some
And-
action.
Yeah, for some action and time constraint. Because, I'm a spoil again, what I would prefer than to split the movies at is the first movie would be the whole tournament because at the end of the series so far right now is they're in the middle of a tournament, nationals, and
Koshian? It's
Koshian?
called Koshian
Is that-
for I just know Koshian. Oh, that's for baseball.
Oh. Well, I guess it's the nationals in volleyball.
Yeah, it's the national.
So the whole tournament the whole remaining of the tournament is like 3 arcs. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna skip one of them. So the main fight is Nekoma and Karasuno. The next would be Bokuto's team, Fukurodani, versus another team, I forgot their name.
There's
But
some
I'm pretty sure they're gonna
insider
skip that.
Haikyuu information right now.
Like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna skip that because it has nothing to do with the main cast. I'm pretty sure they're gonna skip it or just show it a bit probably and just skip it. Hopefully they make an OVA or something for it. But the next arc, which I'm pretty sure they're gonna do, is the battle of the quote-unquote little giants. Hinata, the main character in Haikyuu, versus oh my god, I'm blinking his name. Oh no. The little
The
giant
libero.
person. No,
Was it?
they're not liberos, that's the thing. People judge them, they think they can only be liberos because of their height.
No,
No,
they had like a star libero, right? Or
They
is
do.
there another?
They do.
Small guy.
Haikyuu has Hinata, the main character, the orange hair guy.
What? Who else is small? Why are
The
there
libero.
2 little giants?
2 little giants. Actually, Hinata's. In the first episode, Hinata sees in the TV a guy that jumps really high yet so small and is called the little giant. That has been his motivation.
Ah, yeah.
for
The
whole-
first
yeah.
for this first season.
Yeah. Yeah, and then throughout the series, he meets probably 1 or 2. Actually, just 1 technically. One is just has the same fighting style as the little giant, but this one, he meets an actual person that's close to his height and does everything well. I forgot his name is blanking in my head right now because it's in the moment. But I really do like this character.
I never got to him because I only watched the first season.
Oh god. The first season is probably the worst compared to the other seasons. But still good. And I prefer reading the manga. But
I dropped it because... Why did I drop it? I guess it's just because of the Fujoshis. They keep shipping guys with guys.
Sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
you don't
that's my
have to
fault.
be sorry.
But
Because you
no,
can pay in cash.
wow. Sending money, of course. I think ships and toxic fan bases never really stop me. First of all, I like ships. Second, toxic fan base, I don't really interact with the fan base unless I want to. It's not like I see them anytime unless I really want to look into it, you know? Same thing with Ruby. They have a toxic fan base. I love Ruby. I love the ships. I don't care that they don't want Yang not having a male ship partner. I don't really care if whatever people do. You know, it's fiction. Yeah.
That's fair.
It's a thing. TV Universe has a toxic fan base. I don't care. I still like it. I like the show. Yeah. So yeah, those 3 arcs. He's gonna fight the little giant guy. Spoiler, Hinata's gonna get sick in the middle of the match and couldn't play. And the team loses.
Let's go.
And the Nationals.
It's the end of the manga.
No, it's not yet. And then here comes the final. Here comes a time skip. Hinata's grown up. High school's over. He doesn't go to college. He goes to Brazil and trains beach volleyball.
What the
And he
fuck?
trains there. Yeah, he trains beach volleyball. It's very short. It's like a couple of chapters, maybe like 5 or 6. I don't remember.
Is it like... Is he a pro or something?
He's competitive. I guess he is kinda pro because it is revealed. I guess it is kinda revealed at like the later chapters that the son of a pro volleyball player wants to be a beach volleyball player because of Hinata's YouTube videos. Like, oh,
Damn.
okay, cool. Damn.
That's such a bad ending though. What?
No, it's great. He practices beach volleyball. So there's a reason. Okay. So the main problem with Hinata, and I think everyone watching the show will probably understand, that Hinata in the first season focused mainly on spiking and getting to the top to spike the ball. Season 2, he can get there with Kageyama. So now he needs to know how to fight at the top. That's the season 2 plot for him, his fighting style. Season 3, it's just one fight. It's more on mentality. That's season 3, so that's not much of development in his fighting style. But season 4, yeah, he figures out that, hey, I'm bad at this, and then
I'm bad overall.
Yeah, besides spiking, he's pretty much bad everywhere else. So he trains a bit with his receiving, and that's his whole big moment. Instead of a big spike, his big moment was a receive, and that's great. It's a huge moment. That's a season 4 development. And now he's training everything. And if you look at the movie, he gets sick at the end. Next, he has to train his body. His next development is everything you do is connected to volleyball, even outside of the court. The way you eat, the way you think, the way you live your life.
Damn.
Affects your play. Yeah.
Eat, sleep, volleyball.
Yeah. I mean, if people at the top, people who are professionals, that is their life.
Yeah.
If you really want to be professional, if you really want to be, especially with your disadvantage of being smaller, you have to push yourself.
Yeah. There is nothing really. There's no cheat code.
Yeah.
You
And
really
no
have to
one knows
dedicate
this,
yourself.
and nobody knows this more than the small people. Yun yung buong develop, yun yung buong line. I could show you some manga panels and stuff of these kind of statements, but the small people, yun nga, yung the rival of Hinata and the other team that I told you, the other little giant, he always says that, yeah, I'm not strong. He always says that because they already know that they're not strong. That's why they're doing everything they can
They
to
all,
fight in any way that they can.
yeah, they're already at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
I get it.
So that's the whole. That's why he went to Brazil and playing beach volleyball, because
Yeesh.
in beach volleyball, there's only two players in each team, and 2v2 thing. The 2v2 thing makes you. It makes sense that you have to do everything because there's no one else to cover the court for you, because
Mm.
the other person is focusing on the next play, and you're the only one that's covering this current play. So you have to receive the ball when somebody serves. The other person would receive that serve. I mean, the receive that you did.
The
You did.
return.
Yeah, the return. They have to set it, and then you have to focus on the attack. So, and since you're only two people, there's nobody else covering the back of the court. One's the front, one is in the back, and like there's a lot of things you can't cover up mistakes. There's
You
nobody
need
else
to
to save
be,
you.
yeah, you need to be much more flexible and
Yeah,
adaptable.
and also there's the element of the sand. The sand is hard to push, hard to run on, and makes it hard to jump. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's his whole training arc. It's like for 6 or 10 chapters, a bit, maybe even less. I
The
don't remember.
do they even do they ever get past like the thing, like
The
do they ever do something after the time skip?
Yeah, that's it. So the time skip, he goes to Brazil, trains in beach volleyball, and then after a few more, a bit of a time skip, I guess. Not really. It's more like he plays a bit of beach volleyball, wins a tournament with his friend, and then he goes back to Japan. And this is yeah, that's the whole thing. Basically, the whole Brazil thing is just a training arc for him. A place to separate himself from other people and just train on his own. And then he goes back to Japan. But the other players, so here are the other players. The one that went pro is Kageyama. I guess he's the only one you kinda know because you didn't watch any other people.
Number 11, the tall guy. What did he do?
Oh yeah, so Tsukushima did go professional, but he's not in this fight. He's in the team. So he did yeah. So you see, in season 2, Suki, number 11, the one that doesn't really care about volleyball, seems to be too cool, doesn't like passionate people. Season 2, he gets a development where you get the reason why he doesn't want to. And then season 3, he fully has a moment that makes him love volleyball, and he becomes MVP of that season 3.
Yeah,
Everyone says that he's the MVP.
that guy's a big boy, a big
Yeah,
ass
he's a
boy.
big boy and a very smart boy. And then he becomes a professional. The person that says it's just a club, man, I don't really like volleyball that much, becomes a professional at the end and loves volleyball, which is great. It's a good development. Yeah.
Idiot. Thinks he knows
yeah.
everything.
Basically, the end of the time skip is Hinata coming back to Japan and getting into a professional team with familiar faces. My favorite character, Bokuto, he's gonna be teamed with him. Another very arrogant setter that's really good becomes his setter. It's a good. I can't tell you how good these characters and the way they interact are until you watch it. But yeah, it's a very good team. Basically, an all-star fight between favorite characters and very strong characters.
Mm.
So that's the whole thing, and you see each development in the whole fight. Like, hey, so what happened? What changed in the time skip? How did they become professionals? What made them so much greater? Everyone developed their game. So Hinata got really good at receiving, can jump really higher, has more. Instead of becoming a decoy for his team, he became a decoy for himself. He became the ultimate decoy for himself as well. It's so weird without showing you stuff and you knowing stuff about the show. But yeah, there's this huge development for everything, and especially at the last few chapters, um, they show parts of each of those all-star members that you're familiar with if you watch the show. In that fight, they showed each of their themes, like freedom, strength, everything. They show each part of it, how they developed and up their game with their theme. It's just really good. I really do suggest if you want, you should continue watching it. We could even do watch streams with it. It's really fun.
I don't think I'll ever get into volleyball and stuff like
Yeah.
this.
I'm not even getting into volleyball. I just like the show and the themes and the characters.
Oh. There's so much, like, so hard to manage my interests because I like everything.
Fair.
And if I like everything, I end up not being good at anything. So
Yeah.
if
I feel that.
I feel like I'm gonna lose myself if I add another interest. Which
Very fair.
if I'm already struggling with keeping some.
You know what? I'm gonna make a PowerPoint about what makes Haikyuu and themes. And I'm just gonna show you them to you instead of you consuming the media. You know? Like a general theme why Haikyuu's great. Then some other PowerPoints about characters and their themes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that someday.
I'll leave you to it. I'd love to see it.
Okay. Thank you. I will probably put a lot of work on it.
I know you will. You'll Haikyuu loving piece of work.
I'm pretty sure you'll understand and you get it too. I think we all get some hyperfixations whenever we get some interest. You know?
Yeah. Yeah,
Same thing
that's a
with
given.
Universe, Avatar, God. Well, let's just skip Haikyuu. I was just gonna breeze it off because I said, oh, they probably don't like this anyway. So I'm just gonna mention it a bit. Then I was gonna segue into One Piece live action, but I just got lost in the Haikyuu. Yeah, I was gonna say like, oh, you know, I probably don't like this. Only my sister likes this. Haikyuu the movie. But you know what else is coming up? One Piece live action.
You already
What are your thoughts?
you failed at the segue.
Kinda. Because like I was thinking kinda did. I was thinking not to do it. But then you said I gave up on Haikyuu. Oh, then what? It started
Why? Why would you give up on Haikyuu?
No, it's not why we gave up on Haikyuu. It's like I was explaining why I was excited. But then it just went there. Anyways. Oh, was it? Yeah, One Piece live action. What is your thoughts? My sister, my cousin really doesn't want to even look at it. How about you?
I haven't really cared about One Piece for the longest time.
Oh.
I
So you don't
haven't
like One
even
Piece at all?
started it.
Damn. Another thing that you probably want to get into. Dang it.
Yeah.
We probably don't have meshing media though. I think that's the thing in our friend group that like a lot of my interest doesn't really mesh with other
No, they
people's.
like One Piece.
Yeah, they do.
But I'm really not good at navigating all these characters that I barely relate with.
Oh, there's a lot of good. I can make up.
It's gonna
Yeah, that's
take 1,000 slides. Even more.
Probably. Suppose it's gonna be pictures and me just talking. Probably the script is longer.
Damn.
But no, there's a lot of great characters.
I
There's a lot of.
particularly can't handle long stories. Especially if I feel like I think it's rambling.
Yeah. Okay, fair. I guess you don't like things that start very slow.
Not
How
necessarily,
did you
but if it starts
how did you
interestingly
get into
slow.
Steven Universe then? Like, I think Steven Universe. I guess
I
it is a 10-minute show.
Yeah, it's 11 minutes and like
Yeah.
there's a goal for every episode. There's like
I
a
mean, I'm looking at a
clear
lot of things about.
distinction about from seasons to seasons, I guess.
Yeah. It is it's a Western show. The first season is like 50 episodes. It was kind of made for, the stereotypical Western thing where you have to make a show that can be placed in any time in the programming and people don't have to really know about what happens before.
Yeah.
But and Steven Universe did this great in season 1 as well. And then sprinkled in lore, a bit of lore in every episode that they just kind of connect into at the later seasons or later in that season, which is great. It's just completely great. You can watch them off one bit by bits, or you can watch it continuously, and you'll see the bits later on develop. That's great. Adventure Time does this as well, right?
Yeah.
And we both
I
love
agree.
Adventure Time, right?
Yeah. See, it
But
doesn't
again,
start slow.
Adventure Time, yeah, I think it does, and I guess it is. It starts slow in the actual. It's not a story-based thing at the beginning, so it's more on a contained thing, especially at the beginning. I guess it's different when you're like watching One Piece and it's really the previous episode does connect with the previous one and so on for so forth. I guess yeah, it's kind of hard to get into. I get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna give up on the face for now because I'm not making any good decisions.
Yeah, I guess stepping back is good. Stepping back, looking at the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Avatar?
I only
Oh yeah.
I have only watched the critically controversial one.
Korra.
Critically controversial.
You really didn't watch the first one?
I haven't had the time.
Dude, okay, that's a crime.
Well,
Especially since
lock
you
me
watched
up.
Korra. It's like watching Boruto and watching Naruto. Like, you watch Boruto's dad's anime? What?
Hey,
Yeah, I'm joking.
Boruto had bigger tits.
Whoa, that's a move. Hey, yo.
Hey.
Hey, yo.
And she was muscular. So, you know. You feel me?
I feel you.
You probably don't. Okay. Oh, wow.
I feel
It's
you.
there.
But yeah, Korra and Avatar: The Last Airbender have completely different pace and different way of telling a story. Because
I
what they
agree.
did with Korra is they made it for the target audience wants teens. They made it a bit more gritty, a bit more. Even the characters are
A
literally
bit more melodramatic.
yeah, melodramatic, young adults almost. More the teens where you actually think that we're teens, we're edgy and teens, like at
Yeah.
age like 16
How-
or something.
Uncontrolled emotions.
Yeah. And literally there as well, there is a continuous story where you have to get what's happening in the previous episode usually to continue on. But Avatar in the first episode, yeah, you do kind of have to get what's happening beforehand. But there's parts where you can just watch it and still enjoy it. And then like boom, boom, boom. But it is very good. And, yeah, as in, what am I supposed to say? Avatar, with the audience review speaks for itself. It's paced fairly well, especially for its time. The show the art didn't really, yes, it had held up. Story, even as adults, people enjoy it. People watch it as an adult and get why it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah. And then there's Korra where everyone's split about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Divisive, to say the least. Well, it is.
It is what it is.
It is divisive. I don't know. I just like benders. The
And
idea.
oh god, you're gonna make. So yeah, vendors. Yeah, that is the whole thing of Korra, actually. Um, the animators and I guess people making the show really take focus on the vendors. They have less. They have less faith in non-benders. Yeah, especially after the first season of Korra. In Avatar, you have Sokka that's always in the fight. There's all development. There's Suki that really combats people without bending. That's Ty Lee, May, all fighters that don't have bending and are real badasses. In Korra, especially later on, yeah, Asami doesn't really fight. And she's like basically the only one. Varric, Julie, but they don't really fight, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They completely focused on
The benders.
knowing
Especially during
benders.
fights. Yeah, I think that's a main thing as well why Korra, it's like, yeah, that's a huge difference between Korra and Avatar as well. I think what really messed me up with it as well is the team. What do you think about the team? The team Avatar, quote unquote. You know what Bolin said. Oh, this is the new team Avatar. You know, like oh.
Oh, that one. I didn't really pay any attention. As I said, I just really like the idea of bending. It seemed so imaginative. So I technically gave the show a mental pass and thought nothing of it.
I mean, the bending is also a spectacle in the first series, I guess. Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Have you? Yeah.
I wouldn't have an opinion about it because I haven't seen the first one. Only like snippets.
Yeah, especially if you watch the final fights. The final fight where Zuko versus Azula, oh god, it's beautiful. The contrasting colors of blue and red fire and being powered up by the comet, it's so bright, so big. The clashing.
I look forward to that.
This is, of course, these things are not mentioned in the show, but if you notice the fighting styles of the members, they also fight similarly to other benders. They use the same kind of movements other benders would do their own bending. So you can see Katara. I think this is more prevalent in the Zuko versus Azula fight in the end, where it's like you see Zuko doing moves that is kind of like earthbending, and then would fire, just the same kind of principles as earthbending. And of course, the move that was inspired by waterbenders, the redirection of lightning. It's kind of like they're being influenced and are doing things like an avatar would. And it's really cool when you watch their fights.
I look forward to that. That's interesting.
Yeah. And every member has a purpose. Everyone has their own motivation. Reasonable motivation. But in Korra,
they slapped a bunch of misfits and call it a gang.
Yeah, I think there wouldn't be much difference in the story, or you could just write the story just fine without any of the other team Avatar members, quote unquote team Avatar
True.
members.
Like they're just there for love interest. Potential
Yeah, that's
love
and that's the
interest.
worst one. The love interest.
Yeah, that's like
I
the
think they're just there for
worst.
drama. That's the worst
The
reason to do it.
Yeah. I won't lie to you, I squirmed every time there was drama on the scene, on the screen.
And that they did that because we're teenagers. We love
Yeah.
drama and romance.
We're turbulent and we're hormone filled with
Oh
emotions.
my god, it's so annoying.
And we're still figuring out who we are in the most destructive way possible.
In Team Avatar, the original one, everyone has their own reasons and goals to why they are doing this. Besides that, they're in the war. It's like Aang has to go out because he has duties. Obviously, he's an Avatar.
Duty. You said duty.
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 Duty. Katara has a reason. She doesn't really know much of water bending. She's the only water bender in her tribe.
South water tribe. Yeah.
Yeah, in the South Pole, in the South Water tribe, the Southern Water tribe. She's the only water bender. Since every one of the people have to go fight in the war, lesser people are in the tribe. Blah blah blah. I won't spoil why. But Katara's the only water bender. She doesn't know how to use her abilities. She's barely figuring it out. And given the opportunity when they met Aang, hey, you want to learn water bending? I can take you to the North Pole, said Aang. And like, oh, yeah, I can learn water bending. Something connected to my culture. And that's one of the reasons why she joined Aang. And then, of course, saving the world. It's part of it too.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of her main reasons. And then Sokka have to protect my sister. And also, again, the men of the tribe. Basically, Sokka's the oldest man in the tribe. And also, the water tribe has sexist beliefs. But Sokka's the oldest man in the tribe. He always had high regards to soldiers. Especially since his father is the leader in his tribe and fighting for the war. He wants to be like him. So that's why the thought of going out, saving the world, fighting firebenders really appealed to him. That's why he joined as well. They have reasons. They have motivations. They have issues that we work through.
It's not like Korra's team avatar didn't have reasons. It's just, it feels like it was put on the sideline, on the side burner. Rather than it rather than it being like
Korra,
the main motivation.
Yeah. But
That's
let's look at their
why.
motivations. I mean, they probably do have motivation, but it's not strong or appealing.
Yeah,
Not
it's
really
not
appealing.
compelling.
It's not compelling. There we go. But Korra, obviously, we're not gonna judge Korra's motivation because she's Avatar. She has a duty. Again, duty.
Duty.
So that's motivation's fine. But the other people, like, we have Mako. He's
The
there because he
token
wants to
funny
protect-
guy.
Mako?
Is it? Oh, it's Bolin, the token funny
Yeah.
guy. Oh, the token hot
Mako.
guy.
Yeah, token hot guy. See, the token hot guy, it's a token. Because he's there to protect his brother. And
Yeah.
probably, that's it. That's outside of the romance stuff. He's probably only with the team just to see his brother okay. And I guess friendship. But there's no other motivation why he has to do this.
Yeah.
Bolin's
It-
there. Just because he's there.
Yeah. Well, the
They have
funny slapstick
Yeah.
guy. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's there for a token slapstick guy for the story. He doesn't really have a reason why he would want to join the group besides having, they're my friend. That's it.
Yeah, I played pro bending with them once, so I should
Yeah.
probably join them save the world.
Asami, the token
Asami's
bender.
the token Non-bender. And
Hot girl. Okay.
talking hot girl, yeah. I'd argue they're both hot, Koro and Asami. So
Everyone's hot. Everyone's hot.
yeah, because they're
That's-
teens, right?
No, because media wants to show beautiful people on screen to attract people.
Damn, I didn't know you peddle that kind of propaganda.
I do. I like propaganda everywhere, like the media trying to push the LGBT. Yeah. So
You peddling. Didn't know you subscribe to that idea.
I subscribe and press the notification bell. All right.
Damn. Come
No,
on.
it's just like I think she had very good motivations, but she just doesn't have screen time. And her
Asami?
motivation doesn't really require her to join the team.
Yeah.
It's like she has basically no motivation at the beginning, and then she found out that her father was evil. Her father was kind of kooky, wants to change the shift, balance and power in the world. That's
And the sus.
in another horrible way instead of the first horrible way.
In unthinkable, inhumane ways.
Instead of equality, he wanted to change the power and be in control. Kind of want to wipe out other benders. It's just. But Asami had goals. And had motivation. So had hey, my father's evil. I have to take in the family name and make it better, and that's great. It has nothing to do with just being with Avatar. Motivation in her motivation in season 2 was getting the business back up, to not make it bankrupt, finding ways to get more money.
True.
But that's separate from the team.
Yeah.
It's really
That
most.
you're slacking off, but you're said go.
It's so funny. That literally season 2, most people were away from Korra. Bolin and Asami were in Varric's place trying to get the money. Mako and Korra kinda were together because they were boyfriend girlfriends at the time in season 2. But they had to split up because they had an argument. And this Korra was just with the bad
Very
guy,
petty,
main
by
bad
the
guy.
way.
Yeah? What?
Very petty argument.
It is.
Very petty misunderstanding.
Of course. That is me. I'm petty.
No. Mako and Korra that season.
Oh, the reason, yeah. Also that's also petty. I'm a petty person. But yeah, their argument was very petty. What was it? Oh yeah, because
It's so petty, I don't even remember it.
it was like Mako just saying like he's so closed off as a person that he doesn't even know how to interact with other people. It was like he thought that maybe you shouldn't trust your uncle. Well, you should trust me. I can do this. And then Korra what came back to him and was saying another problem, and he said, do what you think would do best. So that's it? You're just gonna say that? You're not gonna give me any help, any advice? What?
Good
would you want me
lord.
to?
Please.
That was so weird.
Yeah.
It was so irritating. We didn't need this.
Feels
We
like
could've
I'm
just skipped this.
Feels like I'm hearing a jaded couple argue. Old jaded couple.
Yeah, but so yeah, basically, this whole thing could be written without them at all being near Korra,
Yeah, and it would stay the same.
and it would stay the same basically. And this the Team Ang were usually always together, and each person has great dynamics with each of the other members. Like if you pair up other people, you would see, oh, that's the dynamic that they have. Sure, some people like Suki and maybe Zuko that were just added in the third season, especially at the end of the third season, probably don't have much going on for them when you first look at it. But a lot of them, especially in the first few people in the group, when you look at them, this is their dynamic. This is what they do. This is how they would interact if they were left alone by themselves. You would get it.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Yeah.
have their core just falls flat.
Yeah. Yeah. God. I really I could no, that's a lie. I'm not gonna lie. But I would say like I was gonna say like I could watch Korra. No, I literally try whenever I try to rewatch Korra, I skip a lot of things or I just don't rewatch it because like for the people that's gonna watch this, like I'm the kind of guy that would rewatch shows when I'm doing nothing. So like I have like 30 minutes or I'm doing some chore that I can just watch something while doing the chore. I would watch like a cartoon, like oh, this is my rewatch time for Gravity Falls. Oh, my rewatch time for Ruby, Steven Universe, and then Avatar. And then when I reach Korra, either I don't go to Korra, or I watch a bit of Korra, or skip few beats, or just watch specific episodes. You know?
Yeah, it's just hard to watch again, knowing what you were gonna go through.
Yeah.
It's just hard to. It's just hard to turn your back on your self dignity and your self respect.
It's more like whenever I especially I made a rant to Jono. Oh, yeah, to a friend named Jono. I mean, they don't know. They don't know who that is. It's just a random name. It's a first name. Like they will never know.
Who?
Anyway, who? I just forgot that we're streaming, but yeah, you know who? Yeah, my friend. I was ranting to a friend. Okay. I was ranting
Okay,
to
a friend.
And I was like, I was rewatching Korra, the first 2, 3 episodes, maybe just 2. Maybe just the first episode even. The first episode, I just was watching it while I was eating lunch. And I just started chatting him. Because like, oh my god, so many of these things that's happening here. Makes me really hate, especially since I know what's gonna happen later in the season. Oh god, wait. I think I could pull it up, like exact thing that bothered me. But yeah, season 1.
Oh,
god,
hell
season 1.
no.
What did you think of season 1 of Korra?
It was ambitious.
Definitely.
But it didn't really sell me what I think it wants to sell to me.
Yeah, I get it. And I get that they have some restraints that they don't know if they're gonna make a new season, so they're making each season contained with the same villain until the end. But yeah, I. So here's the message. I watched Korra episode 1 during lunch, and ah, this is some in Tagalog, but yeah, you just feel more dumb rewatching it and knowing what's gonna happen. Uh, the first thing that I noticed was during the first time that there was an anti-bender protester, the one in the park, where she was first walking into the city. Remember that scene?
What about it?
So we know that she was very sheltered. She doesn't get out. She was being protected. Blah blah blah. And I get it that she doesn't know much of the world. But her arguments was so dumb. She tried to argue the anti-bending protesters when it was just dumb. The argument was like, what was it? It was like, I don't think bending is bad. Like, oh yeah, are you a bender? Well, yeah. Then see, it was like something like that. It was like dumb. And I bet you really want to bet me out of this stand right now. Kind of want to. Like, you're obviously being baited and making you say something that will put you in a bad light. And you're agreeing with him. And you're not even, it's just dumb. You already know his stance. that he's an anti-bender, and you're gonna say that, yeah, I want to do this violent acts towards you. What? How dumb are you that you're gonna agree with that statement? See, she wants to oppress us, like any other bender. Like, no, like, no, you. It's just dumb. And then the line where Tenzin was trying to get Korra out of the interrogation room with Lin. I understand now that the city needs you, but they need me. Oh wait, it was Korra that said this, by the way. Korra said to Tenzin that I understand now that the city needs you, but they need me too. They need you to do what, Korra? They need you to do what? That's the question I had in the first episode. What made Korra think that the city needs her to beat up other people? Because that's the only thing that she's good at, fighting. She doesn't know politics. She doesn't know how to. She couldn't even handle debate with a protester, right?
I think.
What's she gonna do?
I think it's her pride, knowing that she's the Avatar. Yeah, but it doesn't really warrant that. Yeah, it doesn't really warrant that statement. That's just naive.
Yeah, she thinks that she can fix it, but the problem is, do you even have the skill set to fix things? This is a political, a diplomatic issue of people arguing.
Very meticulous.
Yeah.
And volatile.
You're very good at fighting, sure. You're good at bending, sure. But this issue just can't be just, bending, because they're the police. They can handle those criminals or triads and stuff. The real issue that you wanna fight, you can't do it. You don't have the skill set for it.
Yeah. All she's been training for ever since was controlling elements, not really interacting with people.
Yeah. It's just
even
this isn't the war,
Yeah,
this
even
war. This doesn't get solved by power. It's a system, it's civilization. It's just dumb.
even her, like, quote unquote, like, even like her quote unquote development into season 3, where like she acts like a leader, that felt kind of iffy.
Oh yeah.
Not in a way in which she acquired like knowledge as a sage or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But like,
God,
it just doesn't mesh with her personality that well.
Yeah. It doesn't. That's the sad part. She's the exact opposite of Aang, which is cool narratively. Like, every avatar after is the opposite of what the other avatar lacked before. That's cool. But in this new world of civilization where there's no war and stuff, I think the avatar should have been more smart instead of the brute force kind.
Yeah.
For me, because there was a lot of good themes that they wanted to tackle that could have been cool, like inequality. That would have been a very adult,
And
a nuanced thing to talk about.
the avatar doesn't really have to be smart. The avatar just has to be mindful, and the Korra is never mindful.
That is also true.
Never.
Oh my god, yeah, never. Yeah. My avatar should be mindful, but I just really wish that this avatar was also smart.
Yeah, that's a plus.
Because if they were mindful and also kind of smart, they could handle the modern issues. Because the rising of a new civilization, a new kind of way of life. Because season 2, they tried to do a civil war. Where it could have been cool. It was like a gray area, like who's really in the right, who's really in the wrong. We can never tell. Nope. They made the bad guy very obvious because it wasn't really intentioned for a civil war. It was intent to summon Satan of the Avatar world.
Yeah. It was very misrepresented.
Yeah, the first season as well. Inequality. Oh, inequality. Maybe benders are like this. You know, maybe we should give more weight to non-benders. And
The
then
funniest thing is they didn't even solve the issue.
that's the thing. That's why I had problems with it. It was like we have an interesting theme, and then it the person that was symbolizing this issue wasn't actually for the issue, and we just had to beat him up. Like what? That's it?
Yeah.
That didn't solve anything. You just destroyed a bad guy that wasn't really representing the actual issue. The thing
True.
that you set up the whole season to be the main theme or issue. You
Just really bad or so sad.
know, so sad. It could have been so great, and most of their fights end up having a huge fight. You know, it's just
Yeah, their arguments are by fists. They
yeah,
don't even try to have monologue in battle. Dialogue in battle.
yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, again. First season, guy representing inequality, got beaten by exposing that they are actually a hypocrite, and they
Yeah,
don't really
they're a
actually care about the
bender.
non-benders. So he's not really a symbol for the actual problem. Just got beaten up, and then the issue was never mentioned again. Great,
Amazing.
great. Second season, spirits. Ooh, besides the Civil War thing, it's like, oh, what spirit is it? Is it the right thing? Is this the wrong thing? You know, it's like, nope, let's just beat up the metaphorical Satan of the universe. And then, you know what? Let Korra just open up the bridge with no debate, no discussion whatsoever.
Yeah.
Tenzin, I wanna open up the gate between the people and the spirit world. If you think so, Korra, opens it.
Sure,
And
the key's
then-
right there.
And then gets shocked in the third. Was it the third? Yeah, it was the third, right? In the
Balance.
third. Yeah, I think that was one. I forgot the names, but you know, in the third one, where Shocker, it was like everything happened all at once and no one was prepared for it. Korra immediately. I know you couldn't have done it any other time because there was a specific moment, but it's like maybe you could have worked towards building it up and maybe let the future Avatar do this, because if you just suddenly force people into something without integration for it, like where would the spirits live? What's the rules and regulations for spirits interaction? Maybe you should have communicated with other people about this first.
Yeah.
You know, instead of forcing this, you know.
Yeah, just overall poor writing. Poor decisions.
Yeah. I get it. Korra's a flawed character. She has many issues. Yeah, but she has also a very huge responsibility to the world, and she's really wrecking the world right now. Oh my god.
True. Don't agree more.
Yeah.
Could have been so much there.
Yeah.
Truly. That one's for sure.
Still, I like Korra. I liked watching the show. You know, I enjoyed the jokes, some of the jokes, characters like Varric and Julie.
Desna
Yeah.
and Despa. I loved it very much.
True. They're also fun, especially when they interacted with Zuro. That was funny.
Yeah.
You know, I used to kill the Avatar, chase them around. Same or something like. I forgot the exact lines, but it was like, oh, so relatable.
Oh
Am
my
I
god.
right?
I was there. I saw that happen.
Me too. I did that too. That's so funny. I kill him.
Yeah. The ounce of
Yeah.
relatability.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I really did like it. I would give it like a 7, a 7.5. If I don't think about it being connected to Avatar, like it's a separate show. I think yeah, it's a 7.5 for me.
It's a 5. I just like the animation. But the overall themes just fall really flat. They don't.
Yeah, I think.
They say a lot. They show a lot. They show very little by showing so much.
Yeah. They could have done this so well. They had so much. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
there's
they
so
have.
much they could have done.
They have like. When was that movie coming out?
Oh yeah, there's also that movie.
I
There's
heard
a
it
movie
was
coming
gonna
out.
be good.
I don't know what year. It's a movie about Team Ang as adults, or at least young adults. I
yeah.
think. Yeah. So that would be cool. Hope they don't screw that over. But
I heard the original writers are coming back. So
yeah, they're all doing it because it's the same the Avatar studio that's gonna do it. So
it should be it should be good.
yeah, it should be. It's just hard, especially over the time, nostalgia and stuff. Maybe they could wreck people. People have high expectations. Maybe they're not gonna reach it. You know, they could be just they just probably made this for like a cash grab or something. You know, they could have just things like that could happen too.
Yeah, that's.
I'm just kind of scared.
It's not out of the. Not out of the menu. Until it's. Until they release it.
Yeah. The live action of Avatar.
Is that from M. Night Shyamalan?
No, not that one. The newer one. It's being made.
Oh, Netflix one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not go to M. Night Shyamalan.
People, let's just ignore that one.
Yeah, that didn't exist.
Iro. Ong. You know? It's so weird that I get it, that I guess they're trying to make it sound like what culture they were based on, but it's not like it's a manga where we don't know how it's pronounced. It started as a show, as a cartoon series where they actually said the names. So it's really weird.
It was trying to be different when all it had really to do was follow what's laid down.
Even I did not just follow it step by step, but like at least lay some familiarity. And God, I don't want to get into the M. Night Shyamalan thing. That's gonna. Oh. God, I had a poster of that.
That's another can of worms.
Yeah.
Don't
the new live action series. I had high hopes a bit. You know, the casting looked great. But you know, the creators left. I was like, I think I could still make it decent.
Yeah.
Then there's issues
creative differences. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm gonna watch it, but now I have not. My bar is very low. You know.
Yeah.
It's either gonna be another M. Night Shyamalan where I'm just gonna forget it and not talk about it, or I'm like, it's decent, it's fine. That's my expectations right now.
Wait, I have to fix my audio.
Cool.
Okay, I'm back.
Cool. Hey.
Hey.
Oh god. Yeah, when I start with the show, it's just like, I think Avatar is so good. I just keep rewatching it. So what have you been watching?
Nothing. I've been watching. I've been watching shitty anime. Let's just say that.
Oh, great.
So I
Give me some
I
trashy
can't recall anything. But I think I've been watching recently Level 1 Demon Lord and the Hero.
What's the story?
That was fun. It's over the top and it's like almost a gag anime. It is a gag anime.
It is.
So there's really nothing to talk about unless you've seen it.
Yeah. Only read the first chapter, so.
So far, I've been looking forward to Delicious in Dungeon. Hey,
Yeah,
oh,
that's gonna have an anime.
character I've been working on stream. Hello, chat.
Hello. Like this character. Who is this character? What is?
It's in the title. It's a spoiler.
No, I mean not who. Like, what kind of person are they? No.
I wouldn't have any way to describe her that wouldn't make me sound like a creep. So I'd rather not.
I see it now. Okay, I get it. It's like I'm not gonna be racist, but it's kind of like when you say something like that, you know it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's a field of landmines. Yeah.
Yeah.
Made it myself.
Yeah. Favorite tropes in anime.
Nothing. I don't like tropes.
Damn.
I want
Don't like
something
tropes at
new.
all.
Yeah.
What is new?
Indeed. That's what I'm saying.
How many shows out there can keep making new stuff?
Well, it doesn't have to be new. It just has to be novel.
Wow. Nah, I don't like any tropes. Except something new. Then it becomes old. Then I don't like it.
Yeah. And then the old things become new because I haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get you.
So technically, you have to manage my ADHD.
Fair. I can tell you a trope that I really don't like anymore.
What?
I
You
think
can
everyone.
lay it on me.
I think every one of us, I guess, we consider weebs. At least in our group here in our country, it's like we get the same feeling of like watching those trashy harem romance stories, right? I think at one point
What
of
is
our
that
lives,
emotion?
it's like no, it's like we are somehow attracted and like enticed to watch this, and we really enjoy
No.
it. Like, we do.
No.
Really?
Yeah, I
No?
hate it. The last harem I watched is Nisekoi.
Exactly. That's exactly it. It had horrible. When rereading it, it was like really bad plot, and you know its story is like, oh my god, what is this?
And like I haven't consumed anything from it. And I don't consider Monogatari a harem anime.
Yes, yeah,
It's more like a literature type of muck.
yeah. Of course, there is gonna be something like that beyond that, but no, there's always gonna be things that have that kind of vibe, but they're completely different. Like, I guess you could say, Origairu. That's kind of the same,
I
but not really.
didn't finish that one, so I wouldn't really say.
Fair. Monogatari especially kinda has the same vibe, but not really. But it's like specifically those genres of romance where that's basically the whole plot of the whole thing is the romance aspect of it, of having multiple women, you know.
Yeah, I
It
don't
just
subscribe to those.
yeah, before like we at least our group we really like watching those stuff. I think our whole friend group had. I think that was before you joined the friend group though, where we always talked about Oremo. It's a bit weird, but we did talk about that a lot.
I did I finish that one? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, but that was
We
before Nisekoi. I think I
yeah.
finished that.
Nisekoi, we always talked about Nisekoi, and it was like I followed every chapter, every release. I have Nisekoi mangas on my shelf.
It just gets tiring
It
when you
does.
realize no human is better than another. Like just be normal. Lol.
Yeah. Also now I feel really weird of the idea of the main character having an established kinda situation going on with one girl and then actively doing other things with the other girls kind of feels weird to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Doesn't sit
dude,
well.
you kind of you kind of made a promise that you have a kind of thing with this girl. You had advice, you almost kissed, and then you went around flirting around with this girl as well. Then you don't deserve one of the girls. Like you don't deserve any of the girls right now. You're not giving them the proper respects.
Yeah, I feel you.
Maybe it's also a Western thing, you know, the thing like, oh, they're not really dating. We could go around, like, you know, yeah, I guess you can, but for me, it's like you're kind of giving hope for one, especially if you don't state that you're gonna do it, right? I think that's the weird part for me.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're having this vibe, but you don't know that I'm also having this vibe with another girl. That's a bit weird. Maybe it's just Eastern thing, maybe. I don't know.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, that's one trope that I really don't like reading anymore. What other tropes? Yeah.
Tell you what, I love one trope.
Yeah.
Shy.
Shy
Like
people?
yeah, Japanese shyness is just out of it's just very unique. I can't find any other media that's like it. Especially right now I'm reading shy manga. It's like it's a superhero manga about a heroine that is shy.
Oh.
She has to overcome her shyness in order to protect the world. It's just it's a drug.
I need to read that. That sounds weird. That's different. That's completely different. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, and like
Oh no, what's on this? Oh. Yeah.
4:30, you have to go.
Yeah.
I think this
do,
is a
but-
good time to end it too. I've made a lot of progress.
Cool. I have to go cook rice and do some chores. I forgot.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
see you next time.
See ya. This was fun.
Thanks for coming.
Okay.
That was Just a Geek. Thanks.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching if you're watching. Probably not, because this shit is boring.
Wow.
See you next time.
Damn.